goals, chasing the status, chasing the escape, chasing the approval seeking, chasing the validation instead of exploring the fun, sometimes uncomfortable parts of life. And somehow, maybe some of it would actually transform his inner world to some degree. We see this all the time. People who obsess over how they look on social media, the externals, the things that are outside of themselves. But they haven't sat with their own emotions for months. They don't know what it's like to be in a conversation with someone who's crying and be able to sit through the emotion and just allow those feelings to be here in the now, in the moment. You know what psychoanalysis says? They talk about introjection, is that the mind absorbs what it's fed according to psychoanalytic theory. Introjection is literally the process by which a person unconsciously takes in or absorbs the attitudes, behaviors, and traits of other people, especially during the younger years of their life, maybe even teenage years for that matter. So guess what? It becomes a part of the internal world. All that external garbage gets reinforced internally. So if someone is exposed to harsh criticism as a teen, and guess what? When they become an adult, it starts to replay. You get an instant replay of that. That emotional neglect comes back. Maybe they even introject that negativity. They develop a harsh inner critic and a chronic sense of worthlessness. So if the input is emotional garbage, abuse, shame, superficial nonsense, unresolved traumas they never decide to work out, then the output is often anxiety, self-sabotage, lots of depression, and of course, unhealthy relationships. So the ego will defend itself. The ego will find an argument for limitation, and it'll search for more emotional pollution. And that's the whole point of that, is to manage the garbage, to manage all of that negativity. So the psyche loves to use little defense mechanisms like denial, projection, repression. And some people might say, well, I don't even like that concept of garbage in, garbage out. Why? Because it threatens their identity. That's why. But here's the twist. If the inner system is overwhelmed with toxic